Hello and welcome to today's YouTube episode. On today's sewing adventure, I'm going to be talking through all of my most recent makes, so let's get started. So just a bit about what I'm wearing today. I'm not wearing anything new today. Today I'm wearing the new Craft House everyday top made in this lovely linen gingham fabric that I got from We Are The Fabric store. So I hope everyone's doing really well today. It's really nice to have you here. Thank you so much for watching this clip. I really hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be talking through all of the garments on the rack behind me and showing you some of their features and talking about the patterns and the fabrics that I have chosen to use for each of them. So I hope you enjoy that. You could always let me know what you think of the makes in the comments box below. I love hearing what you have to say. So it has been a while since I've shared a clip like this. It's actually been 2 months since I've shared my latest makes with you. So I'm really excited to film this one. I really enjoy filming this style of clip and I can't wait to share what I have been up to with you all. So the first thing I want to show you today is a 2-piece set. This is the Paper Cut Patterns Estella dress. And the Estella dress, you can actually make it as like just a dress, so where you attach the top and the skirt, or you can make it as separates. And I really like the idea of making it as separates because then you gain 2 items in your wardrobe rather than just 1. So this is the top, and you should be able to see photos of it on the screen. So this is the front or the back of the top. It's actually, you can turn it around and wear it both ways, so that's really wonderful as well. You can see it's got this little elastic channel along the bottom here. There's elastic on the sleeves, and then there's this gorgeous tie at the back or the front, depending on which way you want to wear it. So you should be able to see photos of me wearing it both ways, but it is a super lovely top to wear. It's really interesting to make. The construction of it is quite different. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't too difficult. But it was really worth it. I love the way that it looks and I really enjoy wearing it. So just a bit about this amazing fabric. This fabric is from Sister Mintaka and it is this gorgeous viscose fabric, and it was really lovely to sew with, to cut, just to make with. So I'm super pleased that I bought it. The colours are just absolutely stunning. And I love that it has this gorgeous kind of soft pink in the background, and it has pockets, so there we go. It's just got some inseam pockets there as well, so super fantastic. And I love this little ruffle detail at the bottom too. So this is one that I've been wanting to make for quite a while. Now this one comes in the Paper Cut Patterns extended size range. So the smallest size is a bust of 76 centimeters and a waist of 82 centimeters, and then it comes in their curve range, and the largest size is a bust of 154 centimeters and a hip size of 162 centimeters. So really lovely to make that one, really lovely to wear, perfect for summer, and just wonderful fabric as well. Now the next make that I wanted to talk to you about today was this one, and this was my entry into the Sofrito challenge. So Yvette at the Blossom Sandwich on Instagram hosts a challenge every year in June called the Sofrito challenge. So you have to make a garment that has fruit on it. So this was my entry to that. It is the new Craft House Everyday Waistcoat. So I just really love this one. I actually quilted it. These I got as a 5-inch charm pack from Ruby Star Society Fabrics. So really lovely. And obviously the fruits are the strawberries, and then there's yogurt. Now one thing I did do was I embroidered where this is yogurt. I actually embroidered vegan yogurt because I eat vegan yogurt myself, and I also hand embroidered these horizontal and vertical lines, which was the first time I've kind of tried hand quilting, so that was interesting. I finished with the Hey So Sister So Sweet tag, which I really like, and obviously I've used gingham on the binding. So I have cut the gingham on the bias for the binding. What I also really love about this one is it's actually fully reversible. So if I want to, if I'm having more of a plain day, I can actually wear this one just with the black gingham showing. So I'm really pleased with how that one's turned out. And on the back there I just used the Little Rosy Cheeks label, which I really like the message of that one too. So super pleased with how this one turned out, and this was my entry into Sofrito. So that was a lot of fun. It was quite time consuming obviously because I had to do the hand quilting, I had to piece all the squares together to start with. Obviously I had to make the waistcoat, and I actually did hand bind. I sewed the binding to this side on the sewing machine, and then I hand finished the binding on this side. But I really like it, so it was worth it, and it was a lot of fun to make it and to plan to make this one as well. Now the new Craft House Everyday Waistcoat has got a really good size range as well. They go from a size 6 to a size 34, which is a bust size of 79 centimetres for the smallest size, and then 149 centimetres for the largest size. So really, really lovely and really good to make. I love making this one. So yeah, really happy with how it's turned out. Now the next make that I'm going to show you today was actually gifted to me by Tilly and the Buttons. So ahead of the release of the Esti pattern, I was actually sent a free copy, and this is my version of it. So again, this is another two-piece set. So this is the top, the Esti top, and these are the gorgeous wide leg trousers. So as I said, this is a gifted pattern. I didn't pay for it, but I did buy the fabric. So this fabric is this wonderful viscose, and it is from the fabric shop in Auckland. And I wasn't sure about the bold print because obviously it is quite bold, but I'm actually really pleased with how it's turned out, and I was able to pattern match it quite successfully across the front of the trousers and across the back as well. So you should be able to see photos of that one. I'm super pleased with how that one turned out. In terms of the pattern, I did have to make an adjustment because there was gaping across the back. So I didn't realise there was gaping across the back until I had made it. So what I did was I just unpicked the straps and the facings, and then I sewed them closer to the centre, and that seems to have fixed that problem. It does mean that the facing is slightly shorter on the inside, just here. So you can see that it's just a bit shorter on the side, but it is fine and it fits fine, and I fixed the gaping problem in the back, so that was the main thing. And then I've used these little Kylie in the Machine tags that say matchy matchy on them, and I've also got one on the trousers as well because obviously they're a matching set. So in terms of size range for this one, it goes from a size UK size 6 to 34 as well. So that is a hip measurement, the smallest size 84 centimetres and 155 centimetres for the largest size. So size inclusive on that one, and really pleased that I made it. It's really lovely. I have worn it a couple of times and I have gotten quite a lot of compliments actually on that one. I think just because the fabric's quite unusual, and the wide leg trousers are just really, really lovely and floaty as well. Now the next thing I want to show you, I've actually made something from the scraps. So this is my Patina Blouse. This is the Friday Pattern Company Patina Blouse, and I'm super, super pleased with how this one has turned out. And with the scraps, I have also made this lovely Fennel Fanny pack, the Sarah Kirsten Fennel Fanny pack. But I'll get on to that one later, so I'll just pop that on for now and we'll talk about the Patina Blouse to start with. So, Patina Blouse, really, really lovely to make. And it's really good. You learn the burrito method of making a shirt if you haven't done that before. I'll put a picture of that up on the screen for you. So you do use the burrito method to make the yoke, which is great. The collar is fairly simple to put together if you follow the instructions carefully, and the sleeves go in really nicely because obviously they're gathered at the top, so you don't have to worry too much about setting the sleeve in perfectly. So obviously this is the short sleeve summer version of the Patina blouse. Now, when I made it and I tried it on, I was a little bit disappointed because I couldn't actually see the collar. It didn't stand out, so it just kind of looked like a V-neck top. So what I decided to do was to add this lovely yellow rickrack. And it was an afterthought, so I have hand stitched it on. So if I come in, you can see underneath the hand stitching. But I think that's fine. I don't think anyone will ever see that. Only I know it's there and I can live with it. So I'm super pleased with how the rickrack has just really made that collar stand out very nicely. I finished this one off with the Paige Joanna Me Made tag, which I think is really cute. And also I used the Paige Joanna little floral buttons as well. So overall, really impressed with how this one has turned out. Super pleased with it. This fabric was from Fabrics Galore in London, in Lavender Hill, and it is just a cotton poplin, and I love these kind of really small flowers all over it, and I love the colours of them. So the purples and the pinks, and obviously the darker background, I think it's really beautiful. So the Patina blouse size range goes from an extra small, which is an 81 centimetre bust, and it goes all the way to a 7X, which is a 152 centimetre bust. So a really good size inclusive pattern there as well. Now onto the bum bag. This was the first bum bag I made, and this is made to the dimensions of the Fennel fanny pack. It is quite small, but it is still usable and it is really cute. Obviously I've gone for the black strap and the black zip. What I've done with this one, which I didn't do on the last one, was add the front, little front zipper part in here. I didn't do that on my last one because of the fabric. Oh, I'm having a few issues with the zip. So this one is just this pink colour on the inside. So that is super practical, and I love the way that it matches the shirt so nicely as well. So for the Patina blouse, I actually made a size small. I wouldn't normally make a size small, but it is quite an oversized fit. So that is the size that I went for. I did grade out a little bit to cover my waist and hips, but that is a really good fit. I really like the fit of it. It's still a bit big, but it's nice to have that in summer because obviously we don't want things clinging to our bodies. So yeah, so quite often people do ask me what size I've made for the Patina blouse, or what size I'm going to make. So that's what I did. So this brings us to the last make I'm going to show you today. I'm sure if you've watched my YouTube before, you have seen this dress. I have done a whole episode of making this dress, and I have also done a whole episode of making a toile for this dress. So this is the Robertswood Patchwork Bow Dress. It actually won me a prize at the new Craft House Spring Party. Won me an overlocker, so that was really lucky. But I haven't actually talked about it as a finished garment so much, so I thought I would just quickly show it to you because I have had a few questions about things like facings for it, and it would be nice to talk about the size as well. So I'm just going to quickly unzip the back and show you the facing, because that has been, oh my goodness, that has been a question that quite a few of you have been asking me. So the facing is that is the facing. So it literally goes to the second row of the dress. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could fully line it, but I just followed the instructions of the dress that they had and followed the pattern pieces that they had. So this one is you only buy one size for the pattern of this, and the size range, I've got it written down here, is a size 6 to a size 28. So it's quite a good size range, but it's not a full size range. The smallest size, the bust, is an 85 centimetres, and then it goes through to a size 28 with a bust of 133 centimetres. What I actually ended up doing on this one, and you will know this if you've watched the clip, so I won't talk about it for too long, but what I ended up doing with this one was I bought the size 8 and I ended up grading it out at the waist. So that meant that it would fit me because I was a size 8 for my bust, but I I had to add an extra 6 centimetres for my waist. Obviously the hips don't really matter because it's so big, and it's got so much room in it once you get past the waist. So that is what I did there. Now this one is made up from recycled tablecloths and a bed sheet. So I really love the fact that each of these little squares have got like a, not squares, little patchwork bow shapes, have got a different embroidery feature to them. I love that. And the pink is actually a dye-on fabric sachet on a vintage bed sheet. So that is how I got this one. It's completely upcycled. Obviously the zip is, I had to buy the zip, but apart from that it's 100% upcycled, and I really enjoyed wearing it, and I hope that I get a chance to wear this one again. So yeah, a little bit more information about that one, and it did take quite a while to make that one, and it was quite technical. Obviously I'm sure anyone could do it, it's not too difficult, but it did take quite a lot of time, and it was quite a long process, because I think altogether there's like 108 pieces you've got to sew to make the dress. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I loved choosing the tablecloths. I loved piecing it all together. It was amazing. After each row went on, it kind of just felt like I was creating this really lovely thing, and it was actually really exciting to make, so I would recommend it. Yeah, so that was the Robertswood Patchwork Bow Dress. So we have talked about quite a lot of things today. We've had 2 sets, one with trousers, one with a skirt. We've had a quilted waistcoat, a bum bag, a shirt, and a patchwork dress. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing those items. That is it for today's episode. If you are subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, then I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And also if you could like today's clip, that would be fantastic as well. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you here again soon.